I have a question. Is it okay to take the chopsticks from P.F. Chang? Because if so, I'm fine. If not, oops. That worked better in rehearsal. Anyway, this video is not about these chopsticks. It's about this dead guy. This is Aaron Swartz. He committed suicide by hanging himself on January 11th. And I didn't know who he was prior to his name being all over the place after he killed himself. But apparently he was a very accomplished person. Not quite as accomplished as me, of course, putting these yelling rants out here on YouTube, because as we all know, yelling on the internet is the most valid of all career choices. But he did do some impressive stuff. I'll give you a quick rundown. He aided in the creation of RSS and Reddit. He was a major advocate of open information and copyright reform. He was heavily involved in Creative Commons, which is, according to the Creative Commons website, a non-profit organization that enables the sharing and use of creativity and knowledge through free legal tools. A lot of the music that I use here on my channel is licensed under Creative Commons. And, that's a long list of impressive accomplishments for someone who died at the age of 26. And I'm 27, so I beat him at longevity. But at pretty much everything else, he kicked my ass. Just like he kicked everyone else's ass, because pretty much every accomplishment there is more impressive than anything that any one of you will fucking ever do in your entire fucking lives, unless one of you becomes president or something, in which case I expect a fucking cabinet post, thank you very fucking much. Secretary of the Interior. I don't know what that is. I'm assuming I just have to decorate the inside of the house, White House? Is that what the Secretary of the Interior is, Scotty? That's right? Yes. Yeah, he said that's right. Secretary of the Interior designer. I mixed those two up. That's the joke. Huh? Some funny shit. That's why I'm in your fucking cabinet. Well, not your kitchen cabinet, your hypothetical future presidential cabinet once you become president. So get on becoming president, you fucking useless sack of shit. What are you doing with your life, huh? Back in 2010, Aaron hacked into JSTOR, which according to its website connects libraries, researchers, teachers, and students around the world with vital scholarly content in more than 50 disciplines. Aaron hacked it and downloaded 2 million academic articles intending to share them with the people. It was Aaron's belief that, and I quote, providing scientific articles to those at elite universities in the first world, but not to children in the global south? It's outrageous and unacceptable. Those with access to these resources, students, librarians, scientists, you have been given a privilege. You get to feed at this banquet of knowledge while the rest of the world is locked out. But you need not, indeed morally you cannot, keep this privilege for yourselves. You have a duty to share it with the world. It's called stealing or piracy, as if sharing a wealth of knowledge were the moral equivalent of plundering a ship and murdering its crew. But sharing isn't immoral. It's a moral imperative. Only those blinded by greed would refuse to let a friend make a copy. It's time to come into the light and, in the grand tradition of civil disobedience, declare our opposition to this private theft of public culture. For liberating these scholarly documents with the intent of releasing them to the public, Aaron Swartz was going to be charged with crimes that could have led to a 35-year prison sentence. To put that into perspective, I am now going to read to you a list of crimes that carry smaller sentences. These were compiled by thinkprogress.org. Manslaughter, bank robbery, selling child pornography, knowingly spreading AIDS, selling slaves, genocidal eugenics, helping Al-Qaeda develop a nuclear weapon, violence at international airports, threatening the president, assaulting a Supreme Court justice. All of those crimes have a maximum sentence shorter than 35 years, which is the maximum sentence for the supposed crimes committed by Aaron Swartz. Could this government prosecution, and in fact persecution, have been a factor in Aaron's suicide? His family thinks so. They've labeled it prosecutorial overreach. Here's a bright young man that totally changed the way the internet works. Without his contribution, the internet would not be what it is today. And he was basically pushed into ending his life because they wanted to give him 35 years in prison and $1 million fine for doing something completely harmless. And by the way, JSTOR didn't even want to press charges against him, nor did MIT, which is the campus he was on as he was doing this hacking and downloading these files. So, if the two parties that could conceivably be affected by this don't want charges pressed, why were charges pressed? Was it because Aaron was an activist? Was it because he was fighting for copyright reform? Seems like the most likely fucking reason to me. So here's what I think we need to do about the situation as it stands now. First, we need to sign the We the People petition to remove United States District Attorney Carmen Ortiz from office for her persecution and prosecution of Aaron Swartz. Second, we need to demand copyright reform. We need to, as a culture, reevaluate exactly what it means to own a piece of art or information. Aaron may be dead, but the fight continues. Thanks for watching this video. Please rate and comment and subscribe to my channel and follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Tumblr. I'm the Amazing Atheist. Peace the fuck out. Thank you very fucking much. Boo. Boo.